Hi there and welcome to this free tutorial from SoundMegas at musicproductionvideos.com. This is due to a request in our music production group on Facebook. Basically someone's asked me to show them sidechaining. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you sidechaining in Cubase with Fab-filter Pro C, which can be used in any DAW as long as you know how to do the routing correctly. It can be a bit complicated in Cubase. I'm also going to show you how to use Twisted Lemon's Sidekick. And I'll show the native Cubase sidechaining. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, so this is Cubase. Now, the first one I'm going to show you is Fab-filter Pro C because it's the most complicated. So, for Fab-filter Pro C, what we need to do is create a group channel. But it's a quadro group channel. So we create that, and it looks like this. It's got this weird panning section here. So the next thing we need to do is go to Devices, VST Connections. Again, if you're using Logic or Ableton, there'll be a way of doing this. In Cubase we go to Group Effects, or Group/Effects, and there should be Group 1. What you need to do now is right click and add the child buses. So add the stereo and the stereo left side right side buses. So it should then look like this. Excellent. So when you've done that, and you've decided what it is that you're going to use for your sidechain, or what it is that you want sidechained, in this instance I'm going to sidechain the bass to a kick pattern. So what we need to do initially is find our bass sound, which is here, and we need to send that to the stereo group. So as you can see, this is being sent. Sorry, as you can see, this is being sent to this group here. Okay, the item that we want to sidechain it to, or with, in this case, I know it says closed hi-hat there, but it's actually any pattern you like. You need to send that to the stereo left side right side, or the sidechain. Okay, so once you've done that, you can then add your plugin. And in this case, it's the Fab-filter Pro C (SC) for sidechain. Now it opens up like this. What you need to do is click on Expert Mode and select External. What that then does is gives you this little sidechain section. If I hit Audition, I should hear, well, I would hear, let me just, okay, so it's that hi-hat. That hi-hat's what I'm actually sidechaining this with, which is right. Okay, so now that we've got that set up, again, external, and I press play, let's see what happens. Not a lot. Okay, probably got something to do with the settings. Let's bring the threshold right up. Okay, it's pumping there. Okay, now it's really pumping. But down here we've got a left sidechain level and a right sidechain and left sidechain mix and right sidechain mix. there you go. Not as difficult as you might have thought, but that's it. That's it working. Just turn that off. Let me just unmute these. Okay, the next one is using Sidekick, which is this Twisted Lemon Sidekick, for again just side chaining, and we'll use the same signal again. It doesn't really matter, you'll get the drift. So this time we have a pad. So, for ease of use, let's use the kick. So, we've got our kick drum. I'm going to put a side kick on that. But we want to make sure it's turned off, because we don't want to compress the kick. And as you can see, it's still being sent to the bus, even though it's turned off. So, we want to sidechain the Omnisphere pad. So we add a sidekick, turn it on. There you go, it's working straight away. All you need to make sure is, this is the kick, it says send input 1. You just make sure that it's number 1 here. If you change that, it doesn't work. So just make sure that's the number 1. There you go. Easy, huh? A lot easier than the last one, that's for sure, although there's less control. You have a whole pulsing track already. And that was easy, just mess around with the threshold. You can use the gain, the drive to make it louder, but the release will kinda smoothen it out. Actually makes it disappear. But there you go. So that was very easy. Now you've got to make sure that they're on ducking as well. Sorry, I forgot to say that. Just make sure they're on ducking. Keying is more like gating, which I'll show you now. So again, you've got, so I've got the bass. I'll just change that to stereo out. Okay, so there's my bass pad. Okay, so if I add a sidekick onto that, sorry, I keep doing that back to front. I have a sidechain channel here. Again, it's just a kick with an extra couple of little bits at the end. Let's just so activate the Sidekick, make sure it's turned off, then add the Sidekick onto your bass channel, and again look for the buses. So this one's sending to bus 5, so that needs to be on 5. So okay, but that's the same as the last time, so we actually want it to be keying. So check. So what we've got is a rhythmic gate. But obviously it's got this. So if I was to make that a little bit more interesting, not too interesting, so just to make a little arpeggiator perhaps. Right. Okay, now it may, obviously that's a bass, it's probably not the greatest sound to do it with, but so if we take this over here, might sound better on this synth. So as you can hear, so there you have it. Very easy to use the Sidekick. And last but not least, I'll show you how to do it with the normal Cubase stuff. So let's say we have I'll do the classic one. So we've got the bass, and we've got a kick. So, compressor, put it into sidechain mode on the kick, go to the bass, put it on the sends, oh I'm so dumb, I do that every time. The compressor should be on the bass because that's what you want to sidechain, or that's what you want to affect with the sidechain. Then on the sends, just add the bass, the sidechain in, and then there we go. That's the kick drum. That's the kick drum compressing or sidechaining the bass. Okay, so this has just been 3 different ways of compressing, or sorry, should I say sidechaining, using Fab-filter Pro C, Sidekick 4 and Cubase's native compression. Also, can you hear that when I speak the volume drops? One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Basically, I've got a compressor on the output channel, the master out, set to sidechain mode. This is my mic input here, which has been routed to this audio channel. This audio channel has then got the send for this compressor with the sidechain active, so that whenever I talk, the audio dims. Basically, that's what you hear them using on the radio. It's called ducking. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.